So here's my new video for the Fistful of Frags update notes, and I have not done a video on this for a good reason since mid-September. I haven't put up a video on the Fistful of Frags update, analysis, whatever, browsing the forums since mid-September of last year because there has been absolutely nothing worth covering in its own video. But here I'm going to do it just to go through all these updates. They're very minor updates, so I'll just flow through them here real quick since September. And another thing that I will mention is that since the September 6th update, the disastrous update that I said in my last video, I said a lot of stuff on that. Since that update, I have not touched the game. I updated it because, you know, Steam requires you to update the game, and if you don't update it, you can't play. So I updated it, but I have not played since September 6th, since the day of this update, where the dev literally singled my strategies out and changed the game to go against my strategies. Specifically, me and a couple other people, maybe. But what I think happened was the dev saw me, my playstyle, he spectated me, or maybe some of the people that have contact with him, the very few people that do, maybe they spectated me, saw me, and then told him about it. My playstyle, which is not like anybody else's, my playstyle, basically a quick summary of what happened here and why I have not played the game for 6 months. Tomorrow will be exactly 6 months of me not touching the game. That's the longest I've ever gone without playing, ever. And I said in my previous video too, I had gone without a week, had not played for a week. Well, now it's half a year. For a reason too. Because if there was an update here, I'll touch on it later too. But the dev sympathizer guy said there was going to be a meaty core gameplay update happening in January, I think it was, or maybe February, and nothing happened, so I did not return to the game. But basically, what happened here in this disastrous update that caused me to quit for half a year, what happened was on the map FOF Depot, there's an area on there where I'd like to go to snipe. There's two areas where that are, if you can get to them, they are good sniping spots. They were designed to be. They had cover there. They had no whiskey, so you could not heal yourself, but they had decent cover. One of them was a little better than the other one. Basically, what I would do is go to those two sniping spots and just try and snipe people. A lot of times, it'd be funny to see people look around. They didn't know where they were getting shot from because I was pretty much the only person that would ever do that consistently. And what happened was in this update, the guy, the dev, not just a guy, he is the dev, the one and only, he added cover to certain areas of the map, specifically in the corner where you could snipe, the two areas where you can go and snipe. He added cover there. He changed the layout considerably. He added cover on the ground so you could not ever, there was no chance of you getting a spawn camping anyone in that area anymore because he added like a room in the corner that looks very out of place. He added there used to be like a windmill there. He moved that, I think, or either he got rid of it. He put in like a water tower. I don't know. Basically, he changed the layout. He added a room, and then at the one of the sniping spots, he took away some of the cover on purpose, I'm sure, to nerf the spot. There was a spot there where if you were in the corner, you could still get shot, but you had pretty good cover. He took that all away pretty much, so the spot sucks now. And the other one is maybe a little better, but it's harder to get to. They're both hard to start with, but regardless, that's the update that caused me to stop. And I'm sure it happened because someone reported my style of playing or something. I don't know. But regardless, let's get on with the update. September 24th, so a couple weeks later, people I saw on the forums, people were complaining about the time it took to open the blue and red crates, and just in general, I guess, all of the crates. But what the dev did as like a compromise is for the blue and red crate, he, reduced the amount of time it took to open them, which I guess is a good change because people were complaining and he actually complied. On Overtop, he changed some layout stuff. I think To be honest, I can't even remember exactly what he did. I think he moved some stuff around, or his idea of layout updates and fixes is to block off doorways, block off stairways, put in a fence, you know, make it harder to get around. That's his idea of layout updates and fixes. It's not add, new doorways or make something flow better. It's just block them off. This is a lie. This is a flat out lie right here. He said upcoming new seasonal weapon balance changes for beta testers. I have no idea who the beta testers are or how you can even become one. And this never happened, by the way. I'm pretty sure, just looking at the update, yeah, this never happened. He said there was upcoming new seasonal weapon balance changes for testing, and nothing was ever actually put into the game in the updates officially. So maybe there was people that got to test them, but if they did, none of it ever got into the game. So he says here that there was going to be bunch of changes in the weapon balancing, which is something that is a major component of the game, and what he said never happened. So that was just a flat out lie. Something to actually maybe look forward to fix something in the game that's broken. A lot of unbalanced weapons. This oh, that was a debug. Okay. Next update. About a week and a half, close to 2 weeks later. Okay, so basically he changed the vokick menu. Yeah, because what you could do is, I don't know how, if you knew some commands or you were an admin in a server, you could change your name, your player name, and if you he basically changed it here, as it says that if you changed your name and you were kicked, I guess you could get banned for longer. But next, 10 days later, there were some seasonal changes here. I'm not even this is not worth covering because it's a seasonal change. This is for October, of course, which is Halloween. He did this for Halloween season. On Ghost Town, he added a TNT bow and then lightnings. That's a very, it's just a seasonal map that you play for a month every year if you play at all. And so it's really not that big of a change. That's worth even covering. It's a seasonal change that it doesn't affect much. Vokick menu change. Displays players taking into consideration and name changes and votes. Okay, so he changed the Vokick menu again. And then okay, a ghost gun may appear in kill streak chests. Another seasonal change that doesn't affect you for 11 months out of the year. November 2nd. Okay, so I had to wait another 2 weeks. New filter display badges one. Okay, yeah. That's a thing. One of the very few things you get from winning like a tournament, official tournaments here, is you'll get like a badge by your name when you join a server when you're playing, which really anybody could have that. It really means nothing. At least to me, that means nothing. But that's one thing you can get, and he added a new filter to display badges. Okay, he got rid of a Ghost Town section in the multiplayer tab. Okay, apparently there was a section where you could actually see all of the maps or all the servers that were running Ghost Town, but he got rid of that. He got rid of the ranked multiplayer tab, removed. The thing is, I keep saying the ranked is a dead game mode, and I think that said it right here. He pretty much admitted that is because he removed the multiplayer tab to look at ranked games because nobody freaking plays them. Weapons on the mace. I didn't even know this was a bug, but apparently he fixed the weapon thing there, and a, okay, a game mode was being activated wrongly on some servers. Okay. Next, I gotta wait 2 more weeks. Literally 2 more weeks. He updated the base engine libraries. Wow, what a big change. Holy crap, maybe my game will run at 300 frames per second now. Fixed The badge selector option not working as intended and badges not showing. So literally, you could win a tournament and get a badge by your name, and then when you go into a server, it wouldn't even show up. That's basically what this is saying, is you could win something out of a tournament and it won't even show up. How pointless is that? But apparently he had to fix it to make it show up. And a bug again, another bug. 2 days later, another bug where apparently a badge would show for all players. And servers can't set description properly. Libraries have changed, blah 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 commands. Next, wow. So I went from mid-November to the beginning of January. We had absolutely nothing. Okay, now we're into January. Player badges for December. Yeah, there was a shootout competitive event, they call it, in December, which of course I had no part in. Gladly. Uh, so we added the badges for those for the people that won. Oh my god, you won the shootout event in December, so in January you get to have a badge by your name. Wow, what a great prize. He changed the layout on Tortuga. To be honest, I haven't played. I don't really care regardless because that map sucks. It was too big to start with. He shrunk it and it just I watched some people play it on streams recently and it doesn't flow very well. It kind of cuts off in places and it's kind of overcrowded in some places. Some places are dead. Some places just kind of cut off. It's so easy to fall into the water and die. It's really sucky map. But apparently it got a more circular layout among other details. And he switched to the winter version on Fistful, which of course is a seasonal change again. Translation junk. There was a bug with a Derringer and whiskey occupying same slot. He fixed that. And you couldn't even look for servers because it wouldn't show up. He fixed that. Okay, on the 8th, 5 days later, all I got for the 8th is some translation again. Okay. And then the last update, unfortunately, the last one, as of right now, is for the end of January. So now we're in the beginning of March. First week of March is like gone, and we've had absolutely nothing since the end of January. So basically, this is just a command. A command again, because I think some people were talking about that in the forums. And then on Sweetwater, the most recent change we've gotten. Of course, I have not played, but I saw on a stream what I saw changed on Sweetwater's is basically a large house on the map, which is kind of one of the most crowded areas where everyone's at. He People were complaining of the respawns on the map, which they still sucked, and he tried fixing them here. And what he did, the one change I did see was in that big house. One stairway, instead of it being on the right side when you walked in, he put it on the left. And there used to be a stairway on the second floor going up to like a chest outside the house. I think he just took that away. It's gone now, or he moved it to some other side, or some other direction. So basically, his way of his several layout modifications in the brown building for cleaner navigation and less crowding at certain spots. His solution for that is to move a stairway to the other side, or get rid of a stairway, or move this stair over here. Let's move this to the left. Let's move that to the right. That's his solution for cleaner navigation and less crowding. That's just a funny way to even put it. The one reason I kind of liked playing on that map was because that building, it's a place to go if you want to get kills. The spawns suck in there, but you know, you'll die quick if you go there, but if you want to get kills, that's a place to go. So he changed the layout to try and make it better, but in my opinion it did really no difference. Kind of a I don't know who was complaining. People were complaining about the respawns, but they were not complaining about from what I seen, they were not complaining about the map not having clean navigation and crowding problems. I didn't see people complain about that. And now there was, I guess, some spots on the train behind the train where you could kind of hide. I remember doing that a little bit, but the thing was, it's so easy to fall off the map if you do that, and it's hard to get kills unless you have a rifle. So it's really was not even an exploit to start with, but he felt that he had to fix that. The respawns, I think I saw some people posting on the forums too. After this update, the respawns were still bad. So this right here improved respawns and less chance of spawning near enemies. Apparently, he did not fix it completely still because people were complaining about it. So that's it. That's all there is for updates. Next, what else is there? Do a quick browsing on the forums here, which I do occasionally. I find the forums to be funny because there's just constantly people, reporting issues on here or suggesting things, and then none of the issues they report get fixed. None of the things they suggest get put into the game or even considered. They all get shot down. Another thing was these servers here. Apparently, what was happening was these servers were banning people, and then if you went to the website or something that they tell you to go to, you would have to pay the server, the company, to get unbanned. Which, to be honest, they called people were complaining about that here, but to be honest, I kind of find it fitting because I guess the servers maybe they're just trying to make money, but maybe they're just trying to finance themselves to keep themselves running because they can't keep themselves running because Fistful is such a dead game. There's no advertising revenue to be made. There's no way. How are you gonna get money? The game's free. There's nobody playing it basically. So how are you going to keep a server running? So I think maybe that was their way of trying to keep servers running was to falsely ban people and then trying to get them to pay to get unbanned. But it's pretty low that people have to stoop to that level. But on a dead game like this that is struggling, it's on life support, that's what you gotta do. People asking to nerf the bow, which will not happen because the sympathizers, I'm sure he's here. Where is he at? Some guy, I don't know, these people, they spend like an hour writing these long paragraphs of crap to these people on the forums, and I never waste my life doing that. Look at all this. People write all this crap and argue. Oh, here's Mr. Sympathizer. Howdy. Yeah, this discussion turned into a mini troll session. That's what the freaking forums are. They turn into just arguing. Oh, yeah, so basically what he's saying here. So look at this. It's not an issue. Those headshots you're talking about are not easy to pull off. There's only a handful of people that can do those. It's a hard weapon to master. Bow has been nerfed multiple times. I find it kinda hard thinking that it could be nerfed even more without making it completely unappealing to the people who mainly use it or just anybody at that point. So he's basically saying that, wow, that the thing is, I've had it happen to me countless times. You're walking on a map, and then all of a sudden, oh, you hear you get hit by an arrow. Where'd it come from? Oh, halfway across the map, some guy was sniping you with an arrow. And the thing about the bow is when you shoot an arrow, the farther it goes, the more damage it does. So you get hit with an arrow halfway across the map, it'll do 80 damage to you. I've had plenty of headshots too. Just completely out of nowhere, you just die from a bow headshot. Thing is, that's the thing, is the people who are skilled with the weapon are annoying as hell. And what he is saying is that because those people are not common, the weapon's fine. Yeah, so basically what happened at low FPS, so this guy, the water, there's a ton of water on Tortuga, and that was causing his frames to just drop considerably. Not very optimized map. Asking about strategies. Yeah, the left-handed perk is overpowered and should be removed, which is what I said before. There is no best. It all depends on personal preference and playstyle. No frickin' dude. That's actually like a lie. I say no but the truth is that it's a lie. He says it depends on your playstyle, but really, if you're going for accuracy and ability to kill people and exploit, left-handed is what you do. Right-handed is if you want to be more realistic and pretty much is for realism is right-handed, and then of course just ambidextrous if you want to dual wield and then fanning. But left-handed is what people use if they want to be OP and get easy kills. He says it's none of them are the best, but that one is the best. And I think it should be removed because it's not realistic and it's OP. Okay. So someone just recently here they complained about there being no respawn noise. Oh yeah, there used to be like a whistling noise when somebody respawned, which is just I don't know what the problem was, but for some reason last year the dev just took it out one day. So that's what this guy was complaining about. He didn't even know it was removed. Just a stupid change in the dev. Like why is the dev wasting time removing noises instead of fixing, broken weapons? Bugs. Look at this. Admin menu closes. This guy is reporting a bug with blood. He got no responses. This guy couldn't connect to any servers. People just reporting bugs left and right. And look at this. All of these were reported. Well, look at all these that are freaking being reported, and majority of them don't get fixed. People were complaining about instant kill weapons, and then the guy. Let's see what they said here. Which they are OP. People right. Look at this guy spent like two. Oh my god, he spent like 3 hours writing all this freaking crap down. These people got no life apparently. I'm not even gonna touch on that. There is one single kill, instant kill weapons as they call it here. There is many of those that need to be nerfed, but they never will because the dev sympathizers, and I guess probably the dev himself, don't think so. Whatever they think is right, and you have no influence on it. There is no such thing as a community with this game. As I've said along many times, the community with this game, there is none. You have no say. The dev does what he wants, and the people that have contact with him will do what the hell they want. And you cannot change what they think. People complaining here pretty much. And the complaints go nowhere. Not much to show there. Okay, that's pretty much a dead forum. That's dead too. The competitive scene is dead. Okay, that's dead. Videos are dead. Yeah, so that's dead as well. Server administration is dead. Of course, the archive is going to be nothing there. What's in the workshop discussions? Okay, some not in English. Now they made a Discord there, which I have no interest in. This guy can't upload his map, and nobody said anything to him. The guy can't upload his freaking custom map, and nobody cared. There was some guy that posted in the trading here on the site. Some guy posted something there, but it was like a joke, and then I think it got deleted. Okay, so this is also dead. But as I mentioned a while ago, I was going to come back to the game. I think it was mid-January, maybe like January 20th or something. I saw on one of the forums the dev sympathizer Judge Yuchika. He said that there was going to be like a meaty core gameplay update coming soon. And that was in mid-January, and then of course February came, March came, nothing happened. So I was going to kind of like, if there's a meaty core gameplay update, you'd expect there to be some weapon changes, some good fixes, good changes for once. So if it's meaty core gameplay, as he said, but he said it was going to happen and it never happened. So I never came back to the game. That was going to be my reason to come back, but I never did because it never happened. There was a video here released back in November called the Fistful of Frags community trailer, made by the community. Sure as hell wasn't made by me, and I'm in the community apparently. I had no part in it. I was not interviewed. I was not nothing. It's got a lot of comments and stuff on it, but maybe I'll do a video on this video. It's pretty much a YouTube video, and or what is this? This is actually it here. Yeah, they made a YouTube video, and it goes on all this like a Q&A with some of the people that play the game. Not me, by the way, because if they dare interview me, oh my god, I criticize the dictator and I criticize all these people for what they say. Oh, they cannot have any criticism. They can't take it here. They cannot take suggestions. They shoot them all down. If you dare say anything against the developer, Mr. Perfect, oh, you get shot down, you get silenced. But maybe I'll do a video on this. If there's anything worth covering, I'll look. But yeah, so there's that. There's your update, analysis, and browsing the forums for the first time since mid September. And I wonder how long it'll be before I do another video because at the rate the updates are coming, I don't know. Looks like it'd be another 5.5 months before I do another video.